Before you speak a single word today, pause. Place your hand over your heart and feel the quiet rhythm inside you. That pulse is not random. It is your connection to the universe, to a flow of peace and prosperity that has been trying to reach you for so long. There is a reason you're here right now. Some part of you is tired of struggle, tired of forcing, worrying, or believing that blessings come only to others. Another part, a wiser part, has been whispering, there is an easier way. Listen. What if peace and prosperity are not earned through pressure, but invited through alignment? What if everything you've been chasing begins to move toward you the moment your thoughts match the life you desire? This is the truth life has been gently trying to show you. Maybe you've forgotten how powerful your words are. You speak hundreds of sentences a day, yet only a few truly reach your subconscious. Those few can either close the door to abundance or open it effortlessly. Today, you will open it. Imagine for a moment a version of you who wakes with calm in your chest, clarity in your mind, and a soft trust that everything you need is on its way. That version of you is not a fantasy. It is a frequency one you can choose with a single affirmation. Your thoughts shape your energy. Your energy shapes what you attract. This is not magic, it is alignment. The universe responds to the signals you send, and the signal of peace is the strongest invitation for prosperity. So let these words reach deeper than your mind. Let them ripple into your body, your breath, your nervous system. Speak them slowly, as though life itself is listening. I align with peace. I align with abundance. I receive with ease. Repeat them until something inside you softens, until you feel even a moment of relief. That relief is alignment, and alignment is the doorway through which every blessing enters. My loves, before we speak of prosperity, of abundance, of the beautiful flow of good that is already moving toward you, I want to invite you into a gentle understanding. Peace is the inner doorway through which prosperity enters. Without peace, the mind becomes crowded, the heart becomes tense, and blessings cannot find a place to land. When you cultivate peace, even softly, you prepare yourself to receive every good thing life has been holding for you. There is a rhythm inside your being, a quiet pulse that carries wisdom far older than your worries. When you place your hand over your heart and breathe, you reconnect with this rhythm. This connection opens a sacred space within you, a space where fear loosens, tension softens, and the gentle truth of your worth begins to rise. It is in this space that prosperity first whispers your name. Prosperity is not earned through strain or pressure. It blossoms through alignment. When you align your thoughts with peace, the universe responds instantly, as though a door has been opened from the inside. Life always seeks the peaceful heart first, for peace creates a clear path for abundance to enter. Your words are powerful instruments. Every sentence you speak sends a ripple through your consciousness, shaping the atmosphere of your inner world. When you speak with kindness, your energy becomes soft and receptive. When you speak with fear or worry, your energy contracts. Notice how your body responds when you say, I am safe, compared to when you say, I am not enough. Words determine the quality of your vibration. You may not have realized until now that prosperity begins with the feeling of safety. A tense mind cannot receive. A fearful heart cannot open. But the moment you choose a peaceful thought, even a small one, your energy shifts. This shift is like a window opening after years of being sealed. Fresh air enters, possibility enters, light enters. Each peaceful thought you choose becomes a stepping stone toward abundance. Each gentle affirmation becomes a seed planted in the soil of your mind. These seeds do not sprout instantly, but they grow steadily, creating a garden of calmness from which prosperity naturally blooms. Remember, my loves, growth begins in the unseen. When you decide that you are ready for a better life, not through hunger, but through openness, you begin attracting experiences that match your new vibration. Life does not bring prosperity to the frantic mind. It brings prosperity to the steady heart. Let us breathe together now. Inhale softly. Exhale gently. Feel the way your breath creates space inside your body. This space is where possibility lives. As your breath softens, imagine your thoughts loosening their grip. Imagine the worries that once felt heavy beginning to dissolve. You do not need to force anything. Peace does not enter through force, it enters through invitation. Simply say inwardly, I allow peace, and notice how your energy responds. There is a divine intelligence moving through your life, quiet, constant, unfailing. When you stop struggling and start listening, this intelligence becomes clear. It reveals answers that once felt hidden. It guides you toward opportunities you once overlooked. Peace sharpens your intuition, and intuition leads you toward prosperity. Your new beginning is not something you must chase. It has already begun. It began the moment you softened. It began the moment you listened. It began the moment your heart whispered that it was ready for a gentler way of living. Prosperity follows peace the way dawn follows night, naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. You may have believed that prosperity requires action before alignment. But alignment comes first. Action flows naturally from a peaceful mind. When your heart is calm, the steps you take become clear, and the path opens before you without strain. This is why peace is the gateway. Think of your heart as a vessel. When it is filled with worry, there is no room for blessings. But when peace begins to rise, even in small waves, your heart expands. This expansion creates space for good to enter. You begin to trust that life is not withholding anything, you were simply too burdened to receive it. Let us take a moment to honor the truth that peace is not passive. Peace is powerful. Peace is active alignment with the deepest part of yourself. Peace is the quiet decision to choose thoughts that nurture rather than deplete. Peace is the willingness to let life guide you gently rather than pushing your way through. As you grow more comfortable with peace, prosperity will begin to feel more natural, not something distant or reserved for others, but something that matches who you are becoming. Prosperity is attracted to those who believe they are worthy of it, and you are worthy, my loves, simply because you exist. Life is ready to bless you in ways you cannot yet imagine. Peace is the signal. Prosperity is the response. As we close this first part, place your hand again over your heart. Whisper softly, I open the inner door. Peace lives here. Prosperity flows here. Feel how your spirit responds to those words. Feel the soft promise rising within you. This is the beginning. My loves, before prosperity can take root in your life, the soil of your inner world must be cleared of the old beliefs that once convinced you that ease was not meant for you. These beliefs did not arise from your true nature. They were inherited, absorbed, repeated until they felt familiar. But familiarity does not make them true. And now, with great love, we begin to release them. So many people hold on to the notion that prosperity must be earned through hardship. Perhaps you were taught that only by struggle do you prove your value. But struggle is not proof of worthiness. Worthiness is inherent. It is woven into your being. You do not earn sunlight. Sunlight exists because it is the nature of the sun to shine. Prosperity, too, exists because it is the nature of life to give. Let us breathe into that truth. Inhale, life flows toward me. Exhale, I allow myself to receive. Feel how your shoulders soften with that thought. Feel how your chest loosens, making room for possibility. Many of the obstacles standing between you and prosperity are not physical. They live in the quiet corners of your mind, old echoes of not enough, not yet, not me. You may have carried these whispers for so long that you believed they came from your own voice. But these thoughts were never yours. They were passed down, handed to you by others who also forgot their worth. Now imagine gathering all those old thoughts into your hands, like dry leaves carried from a past season. Hold them gently, thank them for trying to protect you, and then release them. Let them drift away on the breath, leaving your inner world clear and open for renewal. Guilt is another weight the mind often carries. Guilt says, I must pay for what I didn't know then. But my loves, you cannot punish yourself into prosperity. You cannot shame yourself into peace. Guilt keeps the heart in a narrow space, unable to receive the fullness of life's generosity. Forgiveness opens the door that guilt once kept locked. Let us speak softly to the version of you who once made choices from fear or confusion. Imagine holding them as you would hold a child. Say to them, you did the best you could with what you knew, and now we know more, so now we choose differently. Feel how forgiveness creates a quiet clearing inside you. Some obstacles take the shape of fear, fear that if prosperity comes, it may be taken away, or that you might not know what to do with it. These fears are not signs of weakness. They are signs of readiness. Fear arises when you stand on the edge of expansion, but expansion is your natural direction. You were born to grow, to evolve, to become more of yourself. Fear can be softened by understanding. Sit with it gently. Ask it what it is trying to protect you from. Often fear is simply trying to shield you from disappointment, but disappointment is temporary. Your worthiness is eternal. And once fear feels acknowledged, it loosens its grip, allowing love to take its place. Another obstacle is comparison, the quiet belief that others are more deserving, more fortunate, more capable. But comparison is a thief of peace. It pulls you away from your own inner alignment. Prosperity does not arrive through comparison. It arrives through authenticity. When you return to your own path, your own rhythm, your own truth, you reclaim the energy that comparison once drained from you. Let us place a hand over the heart again. Whisper softly, my path is perfect for me. My blessings have my name on them. Feel how the heart warms beneath your hand. Feel how the body relaxes as it hears its own truth. Sometimes the obstacle is simply the habit of expecting less. You may have trained yourself to prepare for disappointment as a way to avoid hurt, but expecting little closes the door to much. The universe responds to your readiness, not your reluctance. When you say, I am open to wonderful things, life moves toward you with open hands. One of the deepest obstacles is the belief that you must do everything alone. But life is not meant to be carried, it is meant to be lived. Prosperity is a partnership with the universe. You take one step, and life takes 10 toward you. You soften one thought, and life showers you with new possibilities. You choose peace for a moment, and prosperity hears the signal. Let us return to the breath. Inhale, I release what no longer serves me. Exhale, I welcome what is mine. Each breath cleanses the inner field of consciousness, making room for the seeds of abundance to take root. This clearing is not a single moment, but a gentle practice. Each time you choose compassion over criticism, you clear another path. Each time you forgive yourself, you open another window. The heart becomes lighter as these obstacles dissolve. You may feel a sense of spaciousness, as though something that once pressed heavily upon your chest has finally lifted. This spaciousness is not emptiness, it is readiness. It is the quiet signal that you are open to receive. And now, let us speak the truth that ends this part with grace. You are not blocked. You are not behind. You are not unworthy. You are simply remembering your openness, remembering your innocence, remembering that prosperity begins not outside you, but within you. As we close this part, place your hand over your heart one last time. Whisper, I release the old. I welcome the new. I am ready to receive. Let that truth settle deeply. Your inner world is clearing. Your doorway is opening. Your new prosperity is already on its way. My loves, now that your inner world is becoming clearer and softer, we step into one of the greatest truths I have ever discovered. Your thoughts are the quiet architects of your experience, not in a forceful way, not in a mechanical way, but in the gentle, natural way that a seed becomes a flower. What you think consistently creates the atmosphere through which life meets you. You do not need to think perfectly. You do not need to eliminate every fearful thought. You only need to lean gently, steadily, lovingly toward thoughts that support your peace. A peaceful thought is like sunlight. It warms the soil of your consciousness and invites something beautiful to grow. Let us begin by remembering that a thought is simply an idea. It is not a fact, not a command, not a prophecy. It is an idea passing through your mind. Some thoughts uplift you, some thoughts trouble you. But all thoughts can be replaced with gentler ones the moment you choose differently. When you begin to think peacefully, your entire emotional landscape shifts. You start to feel safe inside your own being. Your shoulders ease. Your breath softens. The world around you appears brighter, not because it has changed, but because your inner lens has become clearer. Peaceful thinking is not only a comfort, it is a creative power. Let us breathe into that truth. Inhale, my thoughts create direction. Exhale, I choose thoughts of peace. Each thought you think sends a subtle signal outward. Life listens to these signals and responds with experiences that match the tone of your inner dialogue. This is not magic, it is alignment. You cannot think, I am not enough, and expect abundance to flow easily. But when you think, I am worthy of peace, life mirrors that worthiness. Thoughts attract their likeness. Fearful thoughts create tension. Hopeful thoughts create possibility. Peaceful thoughts create pathways to abundance. Your mind, my love, is not your enemy. It has simply been trained by old patterns. It learned to expect disappointment because it believed that expecting good might hurt too much. It learned to assume the worst because someone long ago taught you to prepare for pain. But now you are retraining the mind not through force, but through repetition, through love, through gentle correction. Each time an old thought arises. I never receive what I desire. Things never work out for me. I am always struggling. You can interrupt it softly. Say, that is an old habit. I choose something new now. And then choose again. Choose. I am ready for ease. I welcome good things. Life supports me in every moment. These thoughts do not need to feel fully true at first. They only need to feel softer. Softer is enough. Softer opens space inside you. Softer allows your spirit to breathe. Softer begins the transformation. Let us take a moment to explore how thoughts shape feeling. Try repeating in your mind, nothing ever works for me. Notice the heaviness it brings. Now repeat, life is guiding me each day. Notice the warmth, the expansion, the relief. Same mind, different thought, different feeling, different experience. This is the creative power of peaceful thought. Most people believe their feelings come from the world outside, but feelings rise from the conversation happening within. If you speak to yourself with kindness, you will feel safe. If you speak to yourself with trust, you will feel guided. If you speak to yourself with peace, you will feel prosperous long before prosperity arrives, and that feeling becomes the magnet for its arrival. Let us breathe again, allowing the truth to deepen. Inhale, I choose thoughts that soothe me. Exhale, my peaceful thinking draws good to me. Thoughts are like the soft breeze that sets the direction of a sailboat. You may not be able to control every wave in your life, but you can direct your sail with your thinking. Peaceful thoughts guide you gently toward calm waters, toward open space, toward the horizon of your desires. When you choose peaceful thoughts repeatedly, morning after morning, moment after moment, you create a new inner pattern. This pattern becomes the emotional foundation upon which prosperity can rest. A chaotic mind cannot hold abundance. It drops it as quickly as it arrives. But a peaceful mind receives with openness and ease. Your mind becomes peaceful through companionship, not force. Speak to yourself as you would speak to someone you love dearly. Say things like, "You are doing well. You are learning. I am proud of you. We are safe now." Over time, your mind will begin to trust you. And when your mind trusts you, it relaxes. And when it relaxes, prosperity finds its way in. Let me share a gentle truth. The most powerful prosperity practice you can ever do is to cultivate peaceful thinking. It is the root, it is the soil, it is the foundation. All other affirmations grow from this inner peace. When you choose a thought like, "I deserve peace," something inside you shifts. Your inner being recognizes the truth of that statement and begins reorganizing your energy to match it. And as your energy shifts, life responds. Life always responds. Let us set a powerful yet gentle affirmation into your consciousness now. Repeat softly, "My peaceful thoughts create my prosperous life." Again, "My peaceful thoughts create my prosperous life." Feel how your inner world steadies with those words. Feel how your breath deepens. Feel how your heart expands, as though remembering something it always knew. This is the creative power of thought. This is the gateway to prosperity. This is the beginning of a new way of living. You are not trying to think positively, you are learning to think lovingly. You are not trying to fix your mind, you are learning to guide it. You are not trying to control your thoughts, you are choosing them. And each choice becomes a stepping stone toward the life you desire. As we close this part, place one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly. Whisper, "I choose peace. I choose love. I choose thoughts that welcome prosperity." Feel that truth ripple through your being, like a soft wave touching every part of you. This is your new foundation now. This is where your prosperity begins. My loves, now that you have begun reshaping your inner world with peaceful thought, we step into a beautiful truth that changes everything about how prosperity enters your life. Prosperity has a rhythm. Life has a rhythm. And when you align with that rhythm, everything you desire arrives with ease. Alignment is not something you force. It is something you allow. It is a gentle leaning into the natural flow of life, trusting the currents that are already carrying you forward. For many years, you may have believed that receiving required struggle, hard work, tight striving, constant pushing. But struggle disconnects you from the rhythm of life. It is like rowing against the current, exhausting yourself without moving closer to your destination. Prosperity is never found through struggle. Prosperity arrives through harmony. Let us take a soft breath. Inhale, "I am willing to align with life." Exhale, "I allow ease to guide me." Feel how your entire body responds to those words. This is the beginning of alignment. The rhythm of prosperity begins within you. It begins with trust. It begins with softness. It begins with a slow, steady loosening of the belief that you must do everything alone. Life is always moving toward greater good. The entire universe is organized around expansion. Flowers bloom, tides rise, trees grow, rivers flow. And you, my dear, are part of this same expansion. You do not need to force yourself to grow. Growth is your nature. When you try to rush or overpower this natural process, you step out of alignment. But the moment you breathe and say, "I trust the timing of my life," you return to the rhythm that has always been guiding you. Think of a river flowing downstream. It does not strain, yet it reaches the ocean. Think of a flower opening to the sun. It does not push, yet it blossoms fully. Think of a tree stretching toward the sky. It does not hurry, yet it becomes magnificent. This is the rhythm of prosperity. Steady, organic, certain. Let us breathe again. Inhale, life moves through me. Exhale, I follow its gentle rhythm. When you align with this rhythm, action feels natural. You do not force answers, they arise from clarity. You do not chase opportunities, they appear at the right moment. You do not worry about being behind, for alignment erases the illusion of hurry. Prosperity does not respond to fear, it responds to readiness. And readiness is a feeling of openness, of allowing, of trust. Sometimes alignment feels like stillness. You may have moments when life quiets you, slows you, guides you inward. This is not stagnation, it is preparation. From stillness, you receive the guidance that directs you toward your next step. Other times, alignment feels like inspiration, an idea, a nudge, a pull toward something new. Inspiration is life speaking through you. It is the universe saying, here is your step, here is your direction. Walk gently with me. Let us pause to explore timing. Many people believe they are late to their blessings, but life does not work on human timelines. Life works on readiness. Nothing arrives too early, for early would overwhelm you. Nothing arrives too late, for late would deprive you of your rightful path. Everything arrives precisely when you are open enough to receive it. This is the rhythm of prosperity. Not rushed, not delayed, perfectly timed. When you begin trusting this rhythm, the fear of missing out dissolves. You realize that what is meant for you cannot pass you by, not when you are aligned, not when your heart is open, not when your thoughts match your desires. Let us breathe into that truth. Inhale. What is mine is already moving toward me. Exhale. I trust in perfect timing. Alignment also requires letting go of control. Control is born from fear, the fear that things will fall apart unless you hold every piece together. But the universe does not need your tension, it needs your cooperation. It needs your willingness to let life meet you halfway. When you loosen your grip, you make room for miracles. When you let go of how things must happen, you open the door to ways that are far easier than anything you could have planned. Control struggles. Alignment receives. Prosperity loves an open heart. It loves a trusting mind. It loves a peaceful, receptive spirit. When you are aligned, you become like a tuning fork vibrating at the frequency of abundance. Life cannot help but respond. Opportunities hear your vibration and find you. Blessings feel drawn toward your calmness. Goodness recognizes your openness as an invitation. Think of this. When your inner world is in harmony, your outer world begins to reflect that harmony. You meet the right people, you enter the right rooms. You notice possibilities you once overlooked. You experience coincidences that feel almost magical. This is not chance. This is alignment. Life is constantly speaking to you through signs, through small nudges, repeated thoughts, gentle urges to take or refrain from action. When you are peaceful, these signs become clear. When you are frantic, they are drowned out. Peace sharpens intuition. Intuition guides alignment. Alignment attracts prosperity. Let us deepen this understanding with an affirmation. I move with life. I trust the rhythm that guides me. Say it softly. Say it with breath. Say it until your mind begins to believe it. When you tune yourself to inner harmony, you no longer chase prosperity. You attract it. You no longer plead for blessings. You receive them. You no longer wonder if you are worthy. You embody your worth. This is alignment. This is the rhythm of prosperity. This is how life supports all who are willing. As we close this part, place your hand gently over your heart once more and whisper, I am aligned with peace. I am aligned with goodness. I am aligned with prosperity. Feel your heart respond. Feel the calm blooming inside you. This is your new rhythm now. My loves, now that you have begun aligning with the gentle rhythm of prosperity, we turn our attention to something profoundly powerful, something many people overlook despite using it every day. Your words, the very sentences you speak, the tone you use, the phrases you repeat, these are not just sounds. They are instructions to your subconscious and invitations to life itself. Words are living forces. They shape the atmosphere around you and the energy within you. They either pull prosperity closer or push it further away. Every word you speak is like a stone dropped into the pool of your consciousness. The ripples move outward, touching every corner of your experience. When your words are peaceful and trusting, the ripples carry harmony. When your words are fearful or harsh, the ripples carry tension. This is why speaking with intention is one of the greatest tools you possess. Let us breathe together before we go deeper. Inhale, my words are creative. Exhale, I speak with love. Feel that truth settle into your body. Your words matter. Your words shape your life. Your words create your reality from the inside out. For many years, you may have spoken to yourself in ways that reflected old wounds rather than your true essence. Words like, I can't, I'm not enough, things never work out for me, may have slipped through your lips without a second thought. But these words created a fog around your path, dimming your ability to see the blessings meant for you. Gently, lovingly, we are clearing that fog now. Words spoken with emotion sink deeply into the subconscious. Words spoken with repetition become belief, and belief becomes experience. This is why affirmations are not simply phrases. They are spiritual nourishment. They feed the garden of your mind with seeds of truth, love, peace, and prosperity. But affirmations work best when they arise from a peaceful state. You cannot force an affirmation from a tense heart. The words must be spoken softly, like a lullaby to your nervous system. Spoken slowly, so your subconscious can hear them. Spoken tenderly, so your spirit can believe them. Let us try one together. I am safe, and life loves me. Say it slowly. Say it kindly. Notice how the inner world shifts as you speak it. Your body responds to loving words. Your breath deepens. Your chest expands. Your shoulders soften. This is alignment. This is how words open the door to prosperity. When you speak about yourself with kindness, you radiate an energy that calls blessings toward you. Suddenly you meet people who appreciate you. Opportunities begin to appear. Solutions begin to show themselves. Not because you worked harder, but because your energy became more welcoming. Now let us explore something important. Prosperity loves clarity. Prosperity loves confidence. Prosperity loves gentle certainty spoken aloud. When you say, I deserve abundance, you are declaring to the universe that you recognize your own worth. When you say, good flows to me easily, you are aligning with a truth life already knows. And when you say, I receive with ease, you are signaling that you have opened the inner door. Words of doubt close that door. Words of trust open it wide. Many people speak words of fear without realizing it. They say things like, money slips through my fingers, or I can't get ahead, or nothing works out. These words are not observations, they are instructions. And the universe responds by confirming them. But my loves, you can change your words at any moment. You can change your story at any moment. You can speak a new life into existence. Let us practice speaking differently. Whisper softly. Everything I need comes to me at the perfect moment. And again, life supports me in every way. Do you notice how your energy shifts with each repetition? This is the subtle power that transforms your reality. When you speak lovingly, you begin to trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, life becomes easier. You take actions with clarity. You make decisions with confidence. You say yes to opportunities with calmness. You step forward knowing that your words and your energy have prepared the way. The tone of your voice matters as much as the words themselves. You could say, I am abundant, with a worried tone and feel nothing. But say it gently, with breath, with belief, and the words settle into your subconscious like warm light. Let's speak a new series of invitations together. Not forced, not hurried, just soft and true. I align my words with peace. I align my voice with love. I welcome abundance with ease. Life responds to my peaceful language. Say them slowly with reverence. Your subconscious is always listening. Every day you speak dozens of sentences, but only a few enter the deep places of the mind. Make those few precious. Make them loving. Make them invitations for the life you desire. If you begin your day saying, "This day unfolds in harmony," the day listens. If you end your day saying, "I am grateful for every blessing," your energy expands. If you speak during difficulty and say, "I trust this moment," your entire experience transforms. Words create anchors. Words create bridges. Words create openings. And the most powerful words you can ever speak are the ones that affirm your peace, your safety, your worthiness, and your readiness to receive. So let us close this part with a final sacred affirmation. Speak it slowly. Speak it gently. Speak it as though you are speaking directly to life. With every loving word I speak, I open the way for peace and prosperity. I receive with ease. I welcome with joy. I am ready. Feel how your heart expands. Feel the inner door open wide. Your words have prepared the way. My loves, now that you have learned to speak words that open the inner gates of abundance, we now enter a beautiful and transformative truth. You yourself can become a magnet for peace and prosperity. And mine now, not by striving, not by pushing, not by demanding, but by cultivating an inner vibration that naturally draws all good things towards you. Everything in life responds to vibration. The thoughts you choose, the emotions you nurture, the tone of your inner voice, all of these create the frequency that the universe listens to. When your inner world is peaceful, life hears that peace and responds with matching experiences. When your inner world is anxious, life responds with confusion, not as punishment, but as a reflection of what you unknowingly project. This is why inner work is the most powerful work you will ever do. Your energy speaks louder than your words. Your vibration reaches further than your actions. Your peace becomes your prosperity. Let us take a breath to center ourselves. Inhale, I welcome peace into every cell of my being. Exhale, I radiate prosperity from within. Feel how your breath already begins shifting your energy. This alone is proof of how quickly alignment can occur. Becoming a magnet for prosperity begins with understanding that prosperity is drawn to joy. Not a loud, exuberant joy, but a soft joy, a quiet contentment that says, "I trust my life." This kind of joy radiates like sunlight, attracting good things naturally, effortlessly, without strain. You do not need to be joyful every moment to attract abundance. But the more often you allow yourself to feel appreciation, gratitude, and inner ease, the stronger your magnetic field becomes. Many people wait for prosperity to arrive before they allow themselves to feel good, but that is backward. You feel good first. You cultivate inner calm first. You choose peace first. And then prosperity follows your vibration. Think of a radio. If you want to hear music, you must tune to the right frequency. Energy works the same way. When you tune yourself to peace, prosperity can find you. When you tune yourself to fear, you miss the signal entirely. Your body is constantly communicating your vibration. When you are in alignment, your chest feels open, your breath is natural, your thoughts are gentle. When you are out of alignment, your chest tightens, your breath becomes shallow, your thoughts become hurried or demanding. Learning to become a magnet for prosperity means learning to listen to your body not as a burden, but as a compass. Your body tells you when you are aligning. Your emotions tell you when you are disconnecting. Nothing is wrong when you feel off. It is simply a signal to soften, breathe, and choose thoughts that bring you back to peace. Let us breathe again. Inhale, I am attuned to the good flowing toward me. Exhale, I relax into trust. One of the greatest attractors of prosperity is gratitude. Gratitude is not merely saying thank you. It is the feeling of appreciation that wells up within you when you recognize the beauty already present in your life. Even in difficult times, there is always something to appreciate: a breath, a moment of clarity, a kind thought, a quiet evening, the smallest sign of progress. Gratitude lifts your vibration and signals to the universe, I see the good in my life. I am ready for more. And life responds generously to an appreciative heart. Another powerful attractor is self-approval. When you approve of yourself, even imperfectly, your energy becomes magnetic. You walk with a quiet assurance. You speak with a steady voice. You make choices that honor your worthiness. And prosperity recognizes worthiness. It gravitates toward it. Place a hand on your heart now. Whisper softly, I approve of myself. I am worthy of my good. Feel how your inner world shifts as you speak this truth. Self-approval strengthens your vibration more than any external achievement ever could. Becoming a magnet for prosperity also requires releasing the belief that good things are scarce. Scarcity tightens the heart, creating a barrier through which blessings cannot pass, but abundance expands the heart. Abundance says there's enough for everyone. Life has more than enough to offer me. The universe is not limited. The flow of good is not limited. What is meant for you cannot be taken by another. Your blessings carry your name. They arrive in your time, in your rhythm, in your season. Let us breathe that in. Inhale, there is plenty. Exhale, my good is secure. One of the most subtle yet powerful attractors of prosperity is trust. When you trust life, you relax. When you relax, your energy opens. When your energy opens, prosperity flows in. Trust is not the absence of uncertainty. It is the presence of inner steadiness, even amid uncertainty. It is the quiet knowing that life has been guiding you since the beginning and will continue to guide you. When you trust life, you send a clear signal that you are ready. You become a magnet not through effort, but through openness. Not through striving, but through receptivity. Not through fear, but through peace. Another important truth is that prosperity responds to clarity. When you are clear about what you desire, not desperate, not frantic, but clear, life responds swiftly. Clarity says, I know my worth. I know what I desire. I know that it is safe for me to receive. And clarity, combined with peace, creates the perfect magnetic field. Let us place a series of gentle affirmations into your vibration now. Repeat them slowly, lovingly, with full presence. Peace fills me. Prosperity flows to me. Good surrounds me. I am open to receive. Each of these phrases carries a vibration that resonates with abundance. Each one strengthens your magnetic field. Each one aligns you with the prosperity meant for you. As you become a magnet for peace and prosperity, your life begins to feel very different, not just in what happens around you, but in how you move through your days. You will feel calmer even before anything changes. You will feel more supported even before evidence appears. You will feel more hopeful even before opportunities arrive. This inner shift is the first manifestation of prosperity. The outer manifestations simply follow. Becoming a magnet means remembering that your energy leads and your life follows. Your peace leads. Your trust leads. Your self-approval leads. Your abundance follows. As we close this part, place your hand over your heart and whisper, I radiate peace, I attract prosperity. Life flows to me with ease. Feel your entire being hum with that truth. Feel your magnetism strengthening. You are becoming the vibration of the life you desire. My loves, now we arrive at the part of your journey where everything we have been cultivating, your peace, your clarity, your willingness, your trust, your words, Your energy begins to blossom into a new way of being. Not a temporary shift, not a momentary insight, but a true embodiment of prosperity. To embody prosperity is to carry yourself as someone who knows, deep within her heart, that she is supported, guided, loved, and worthy. It does not mean you never face challenges. It means you meet those challenges from a place of inner steadiness rather than fear. You embody prosperity not by possessing great wealth, but by living in a state of openness, confidence, and calm expectation. Let us take a breath together. Inhale. I am becoming who I was always meant to be. Exhale. I walk in the energy of abundance. Feel your heart open just a little more with each breath. This opening is the beginning of embodiment. Living as your prosperous self begins with presence. Presence means you are no longer rushing through life, no longer trying to outrun fear, no longer anxiously scanning the horizon for what might go wrong. Presence brings you back into your body, back into your breath, back into this moment where prosperity is already forming. When you live in presence, you notice the small blessings, the warmth of sunlight, the calm of your breath, the comfort of your own heartbeat, the subtle sense that something good is unfolding within you even before you can see it. These small recognitions deepen your alignment with abundance. Presence is prosperity. Gratitude is prosperity. Self-approval is prosperity. Peace is prosperity, because prosperity is a state of consciousness long before it becomes an outer expression. To embody prosperity means to stop asking the world for permission to feel worthy. You stop waiting for someone else's validation. You stop measuring your value by external results. Instead, you wake each day with the quiet knowing that your worth is inherent, unchangeable, unconditional, eternal. Say softly within yourself, my worth is not up for debate. My worth simply is. Feel how that truth settles inside you, calming the places that once felt unsure. Living as your prosperous self also means trusting your intuition. Your intuition is life speaking to you from within. It nudges you gently, guides you quietly, opens doors through inner knowing. When you trust this guidance, you walk through the world with a confidence that others can feel even if they do not understand where it comes from. Your prosperous self listens inwardly before she listens outwardly. She moves from her center, not from fear. She makes decisions from truth, not pressure. And the world responds to this inner stability. Opportunities come more easily because you are no longer chasing them from desperation. You are attracting them from alignment. Conversations feel smoother because your energy carries ease. Relationships feel richer because you show up fully present and fully loving. This is embodiment. Another beautiful aspect of embodying prosperity is releasing the old identity of the struggler. Many people unconsciously cling to the identity of hardship because it feels familiar, but embodiment gently invites you to let that identity fall away. You are no longer the one who barely gets by. You are no longer the one who carries everything alone. You are no longer the one who doubts her value. You are becoming the one who receives, the one who trusts, the one who knows she is supported, the one who expects good to come. Let us breathe gently into that truth. Inhale, I release the old identity. Exhale, I step into who I truly am. Feel the shift occurring inside you. It is soft, subtle, powerful. Embodiment also means tending your inner world daily. Just as a plant needs consistent sunlight and water, your prosperous self needs consistent love and attention. This may mean beginning your mornings with a peaceful affirmation or ending your nights with gratitude. These small practices anchor you in the vibration of prosperity. A truly prosperous person is not one who never wavers, but one who returns to alignment quicker and gentler each time. The return is what matters. The return is where your power lives. The return is how you embody abundance. Living as your prosperous self also means speaking differently, not only to others but to yourself. You speak gently, kindly, encouragingly. You affirm your progress rather than criticizing your pace. You say, I am learning, I am growing, I am guided, I am worthy. These words do not inflate your ego, they strengthen your alignment. And alignment is prosperity. Your prosperous self also walks through the world with a particular softness, a softness that is rooted not in fragility, but in confidence. This softness makes you receptive, intuitive, graceful. It makes you someone who no longer forces outcomes, but trusts life to support the unfolding. This softness becomes your strength. And because the universe responds to vibration, your softness draws prosperity with greater power than force ever could. You may begin to notice that people treat you differently. They sense the calmness in your energy, the quiet assurance in your presence. They may ask what has changed. They may not be able to name it, but they feel your alignment. This is embodiment. You radiate abundance even before abundance arrives. You walk as the person you are becoming. You act from your future self, not your past self. This is how transformation sustains itself. Let us speak a powerful affirmation together, one that anchors this embodiment deeply. I am the prosperous version of myself now. I live in ease. I walk in peace. I receive with open hands and an open heart. Say it gently. Say it lovingly. Say it as though you are speaking to the deepest part of your being. Your prosperous self is not a fantasy. She is you unburdened, aligned, trusting, open, radiant. As we close this final part, place both hands over your heart. Feel its warmth. Feel its steady rhythm. Feel its readiness. Whisper softly, I am ready to live as the prosperous self I was always meant to be. Feel the truth in these words. Feel the expansion. Feel the shift. This is not the end of your journey, my love. This is the beginning of the life that has been waiting for you. My loves, as you continue to step into the embodiment of your prosperous self, I want you to understand something very sacred. Embodiment is not a single moment of realization. It is a relationship with yourself that you deepen day after day, breath after breath. It is the gentle choosing of thoughts, the soft tending of your inner world, the unwavering return to love each time old patterns try to call you back. There will be moments when you feel completely aligned, calm, clear, connected to life. Then there may be moments when doubt returns, whispering old stories. This does not mean you have failed. It means you are human, and it means you are growing. Embodiment is not measured by how often you stay in perfect alignment, but by how lovingly you return to alignment when you drift. Let us breathe into that truth. Inhale, I return with love. Exhale, I return with ease. As you embody your prosperous self, your relationship with time begins to change. You no longer rush toward the future in fear, nor cling to the past in regret. You begin to walk in the steady rhythm of the present moment. Prosperity lives here in the now, where your energy is clear and receptive. When you reside in the now, life can meet you directly. In this state, your decisions become simpler. You feel pulled toward what aligns with your heart and gently repelled from what does not. You no longer second-guess yourself endlessly. You begin to trust your inner sense of yes and your inner sense of no. This is embodiment, the clear knowing that rises when fear no longer clouds your intuition. You may begin to notice that small tasks become infused with peace. Washing dishes feels lighter. Walking from one room to another feels smoother. Even the way you breathe becomes more spacious. Embodiment transforms not only your great aspirations, but your smallest moments. These are the quiet signs that prosperity has begun living within you, not merely visiting. As you deepen this embodiment, your inner world becomes your sanctuary. You create a space inside yourself where you are always safe, always supported, always loved. This sanctuary becomes your true home, one you carry wherever you go, independent of circumstances or the behavior of others. Prosperity grows strongest in a heart that knows it has a home within. Let us place a hand over the heart again. Whisper softly, I create safety within myself. I live from my inner sanctuary. As you embody prosperity, your sense of identity shifts. You no longer identify as someone who struggles, who waits for rescue, who believes good is scarce. You begin to see yourself as someone who is guided, someone who is connected, someone who is capable of receiving infinite good. This inner shift creates an outer shift because life always mirrors your self-perception. You will begin to attract people who speak your new language, people who understand peace, who value truth, who resonate with openness. You will also find that old relationships either deepen in honesty or gently fade away. This is not loss, this is resonance. As your vibration rises, your environment rearranges itself to meet you. Your prosperous self walks through life with unclenched hands. This does not mean you give up effort or responsibility. It means you release the tension that once wrapped around your actions. You walk through life with trust rather than pressure, with gentleness rather than fear, and this gentleness becomes your magnetic field. Let us breathe again, feeling the softness of this truth. Inhale, I walk with gentle confidence. Exhale, I trust the ground beneath me. Embodiment also means allowing yourself to receive without apology. Many of us were taught to shrink when good things come, to downplay it, to deflect it, to insist we do not need much. But your prosperous self allows blessings to enter fully. She says thank you, she smiles, she feels the warmth of being supported. She does not push away what life is trying to give her. Receiving is an act of love toward yourself. Receiving is a declaration that you are worthy. Receiving makes your energy expansive and attractive. When you embody prosperity, you no longer fear joy. You no longer question good fortune. You no longer brace for loss when something wonderful arrives. You allow joy to rest in your heart without gripping it tightly or pushing it away. You understand that joy is your natural home. You may begin to notice ideas arriving more clearly, solutions forming more easily, inspiration appearing in the spaces between your thoughts. This is the universe speaking through you, guiding your next steps. Prosperous embodiment opens the intuitive channels that were once clogged by fear. As you embody abundance, you also embody boundaries, gentle, loving boundaries that protect your peace. You no longer explain yourself endlessly. You no longer tolerate what drains your energy. You no longer abandon yourself to keep others comfortable. Prosperity thrives in a mind and heart that honor their own worth. Let us speak this truth softly. My peace is precious. My energy is sacred. Your prosperous self also brings a sense of ease into your vision for the future. You no longer demand timelines or cling to rigid plans. Instead, you hold your desires with openness, trusting that life will lead you toward them at the perfect pace. This relaxed expectancy amplifies your magnetism. You begin to understand that prosperity is not something coming later, it is something unfolding now. Every peaceful breath, every gentle thought, every loving affirmation builds the inner structure that prosperity fills. And as this structure strengthens, your life begins to change in ways that feel almost miraculous. Living as your prosperous self transforms how you walk into rooms. You carry a quiet radiance, a calmness that people feel before they hear your voice. This energy reassures others, creates harmony, and opens doors. You become someone who elevates spaces simply by being present. Embodying prosperity means remembering again and again that your inner world shapes your outer world. When you take care of your thoughts, when you soothe your emotions, when you honor your needs, you rise vibrationally. And when you rise vibrationally, prosperity rises to meet you. Let us anchor this truth with one final affirmation for this extended part. Whisper softly, letting each word sink deeply. I live in harmony with myself. I embody peace. I embody abundance. I am the prosperous self I was born to be. Feel how these words resonate. Feel how your energy expands. Feel how your being shifts. You are not reaching for prosperity anymore, my love. You are becoming it. My loves, as we deepen this journey into embodying your prosperous self, I want you to understand something very subtle yet profoundly important. Embodiment is not a mindset. It is a way of inhabiting your life. It is the way you treat yourself in quiet moments, the way you speak to yourself in uncertainty, the way you hold your heart in times of transition. It is in these ordinary, uncelebrated moments that your new identity becomes real. You may not notice the shift at first. It may feel like a soft warmth rising from within, or a new steadiness in your breath. It may appear as a sudden realization that something which once troubled you no longer holds the same weight. These are the signs that your inner landscape is changing, that you are becoming someone who trusts, someone who receives, someone who knows her place in the flow of life. This transformation happens gently. Life never asks you to leap. Life invites you to lean. Lean into peace. Lean into ease. Lean into your worthiness. Let us breathe together. Inhale, I lean into my new self. Exhale, I relax into who I am becoming. As you embody prosperity, you begin to sense that the world is not something outside of you, it is something responding to you. Your vibration becomes the conductor, your thoughts become the rhythm, your emotions become the melody. The more harmonious your inner world becomes, the more harmonious your outer experiences grow. This inner harmony is not forced. It is cultivated through daily choices, small choices that build the foundation of your new life. You choose a kinder thought when an old fear arises. You choose to breathe deeply rather than tighten. You choose to trust your intuition rather than ignore it. These choices accumulate, creating a new emotional structure inside you. Soon, this structure becomes stable enough to support greater prosperity. You feel grounded. You feel receptive. You feel ready. There is a beautiful shift that happens when you fully embody your prosperous self. You stop searching outside yourself for the sense of safety, worthiness, or certainty that can only be found within. You begin to understand that everything external is simply reflecting your inner state, and you realize that you have the power to nurture that inner state with love. Let us acknowledge something gently. The old version of you may still rise at times, the one who doubted, feared, compared, or questioned her right to receive. She may appear in moments of stress or uncertainty, but now, instead of believing she is you, you recognize her as a memory, an echo, a younger self who simply wants reassurance. And you can give her reassurance softly, lovingly, patiently. Whisper inwardly to her, I am here now. You are safe with me. We are growing together. This tenderness toward your old self is part of your new embodiment. As you move deeper into your prosperous identity, something else shifts. You stop negotiating with your worth. You stop asking, do I deserve this? And begin saying, thank you, life, for what is arriving. You stop doubting your value and begin standing in it. You begin making choices from expansion rather than constriction. This is true prosperity. Your prosperous self no longer chases validation. She offers it to herself. She approves of her decisions. She honors her intuition. She trusts her path. Let us breathe into that truth. Inhale, I trust my path. Exhale, I honor my journey. As prosperity settles into your being, you begin to notice a shift in your confidence. This confidence is not loud, it does not boast, it is not the confidence of ego. It is the confidence of a soul that remembers, a soul that knows her worth, is eternal, A soul that walks with quiet dignity because she understands that she is never alone. This inner confidence creates a magnetic field around you. People feel it. They respond to it. They sense your clarity, your softness, your certainty. They sense that you have become someone who trusts her place in the world, and this energy draws more good toward you. Opportunities begin to feel natural rather than surprising. Support appears before you ask for it. Ideas arrive with clarity and timing, and you find yourself saying, "This feels right," far more often than "I'm not sure." This is embodiment. Your prosperous self also becomes more discerning. She no longer accepts situations that drain her spirit. She no longer entertains thoughts that diminish her. She no longer participates in conversations that lower her vibration. This is not avoidance, it is self-respect. Prosperity thrives in environments that honor your well-being. So you begin choosing environments that match your worth. You may notice yourself organizing your home differently, clearing clutter, creating beauty, making space. You may find yourself craving more nature, more quiet, more gentle moments. You may begin walking differently, breathing differently, resting differently. Your body joins the transformation. Let us take another breath. Inhale, my body aligns with my abundance. Exhale, my energy welcomes prosperity. As you embody abundance, you become more generous, not from lack, not from sacrifice, but from overflow. When your inner cup is full, sharing feels natural. You give encouragement, kindness, time, or presence freely because you no longer fear depletion. You trust the cycle of giving and receiving. Prosperity expands through generosity. Not forced generosity, but generosity rooted in security. And as you give from fullness, you receive even more. You enter the eternal flow of abundance. Inhaling and exhaling, giving and receiving, opening and allowing. Your prosperous self also begins embracing the unknown with ease. You recognize that uncertainty is not danger, it is possibility. It is the place where miracles are born, where pathways appear, where the universe orchestrates what you cannot yet see. When you embody prosperity, you no longer ask, "What if it doesn't work?" You ask, "What beautiful thing might be unfolding right now?" This shift in perspective opens vast new territory for blessings. Let us anchor that with a gentle affirmation. I trust life's unfolding. Something wonderful is always on its way. As this belief settles within you, your world becomes more compassionate. You judge others less. You judge yourself less. You understand that everyone is walking their path to worthiness, just as you are. This compassion widens your heart and deepens your alignment with abundance. For a prosperous heart is a compassionate heart. You begin waking in the morning with a quiet sense of anticipation. Not anxiety, not dread, but a soft excitement that something good might meet you today. And more often than not, something does. This is embodiment. This is prosperity. This is you stepping into your true self. As we close this extension, place your hand over your heart, whisper, I walk as my prosperous self. I breathe as my prosperous self. I choose as my prosperous self. I am the embodiment of peace and abundance. Feel these words ripple through your being. Feel the new identity settling deeper into place. Feel the life you are becoming, ready to unfold.